Hey everyone, welcome back to FedBiz Exchange. I'm Michelle Brown, your coach and your mentor. And today I want to talk to you about the difference between survival business and visionary business. Let's get into it. People only think about someone having so-called success in the moment. They see the financial results, the fame, the fortune. They only look at what represents success. They don't know what it took for that person to get there. And quite frankly, most people really don't care. They like to listen to the story of how it happened, but for the most part, they really don't care. Entrepreneurs and business owners need to understand the difference between survival business, also known as hustling, and visionary business. And I call it hustling because you really are hustling in the beginning of a business. When I first got my daycare, the first one, I remember trying to be in corporate America and being an entrepreneur, trying to, entrepreneur and business owner, by the way. There are differences between the two. We are sometimes both. We are sometimes either or. I was both because I made one of my dreams come true. And so I was an entrepreneur that owned a business. And in the beginning, it was so exciting, but then came the hustle and the worries and the challenges. And you have to think about your life as it was before that. And that's all people saw was my successes because it looked like I had a fabulous life. And I did, but once I bought that business, that fabulous life was starting to change. Even my husband was concerned about how it was going to affect our lifestyle and how much investment we had to make, even though it was for my family. So I had to hustle. I had to get it together before it interfered with my life and my financial responsibilities. And fortunately, I had a very uh, good support system, a husband who was fortunately financially stable, and we were able to keep our lifestyle. But I had to depend on him a lot financially when it came to things for the business. He wasn't going to continue to do that because the business wasn't his idea, it was mine. So I had to get out of corporate for a second and I had to hustle to make that business work. So it looked glamorous. It looked like we had everything perfect, but it was not that way once I got the business. So I had to understand what it was going to take. I had to hustle, I had to pull it together, I had to make that vision come true, and I had to make that business be successful. And it did not become profitable for a minimum of a year and a half. I had to understand that we still had to eat, even though we were eating well, so to speak, even though we had it all together in our home lifestyle, it still interfered because we had to take money from one place to another. But what if I didn't have that support? What if I were a single mom or just a single person trying to have this business? I'd have to hustle, but I'd also still have this dream and this burning desire. So I get it. I've been there. I understand that you have to eat, you have to keep the lights on, and most all successful entrepreneurs go through this. I will never forget Mark Cuban talking about how he had to eat mustard sandwiches. And I just laugh because I listen to entrepreneurial stories, successes of other people all the time because I already know what they're talking about. And you got to do what you got to do to keep the lights on. You have to eat. And if you have a family, it's even harder because you have to make sure that you're not interfering with what they need. And I felt like sometimes I did that to my family, but I had a support system. Our children were with us. My husband was with me. My parents supported me. I was very, very blessed. I had mentors that help me think through things and all, but everybody doesn't have that. But when I look back, I do realize that was very difficult for my husband. My children loved it. They didn't care. All they knew was, we're going to mommy's daycare, but that's not the point. The point is how did this affect my family? And like I said, I had a support system, but I didn't think about those things. I was young and I just wanted what I wanted. I had entrepreneurship in my soul. Visionary business is when you understand that everything you must do to make that vision happen. I was doing both. I had to do both. I didn't understand that, but I was doing both. I was doing my survival business, my hustle part of the business, and I was doing my visionary part of the business because I had a business plan before I bought the daycare. But I don't know how I knew to do these things, but they were already done, but they weren't perfect. So I still had to take that business plan and consistently update it, even when I was in turmoil. And I had plenty of days where I felt I was in turmoil. Visionary business is what you aspire to building, what you want your business to look like. And it's about building for your financial future. That was for my family. That was one of our streams of income that we were going to add to the family. It was my big idea, but my husband understood that. Did he agree with how to do it that way? Because he felt like we had other streams that we didn't need that one entrepreneurial headache. But that's who I was. So I had to make sure that everything I was doing was about building, bringing that vision to fruition. The truth of the matter is that you must do both. I know it's hard. It really is. Entrepreneurship ain't no joke. Owning a business is not a joke. But people don't understand that because all they see is the good stuff. Oh, look at him. Look at her. But it's difficult. There are a lot of ingredients that go into entrepreneurship, and I'm going to talk to you about that. If you really believe and really want something, there are 5 things that you must do, and that goes for government contracting as well. So, no matter what it is, no matter what you think you dream of, do you really dream of it? And if you do, if you really want it, you have to, number one, envision and write down what you want your financial life to be, even your personal life, even if you don't want any drama in your life. That's my number one thing. My vision, yes, but I have no drama in my life. I just don't do drama. I choose not to have drama in my life. My only drama comes from my business, and that's welcome drama because that makes me grow, that gets me what I need, that takes me where I want to be. And you have to focus on what that vision is, and that's what I do all of the time. I'm writing down, I'm remembering, I'm thinking about it. And if you don't have a journal, you need to get one. It doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense right away. Just write down what you want your business to be and what you want it to look like. You need to continue to educate yourself. That's number 2, consistently on how you're going to make it happen. None of us know everything. Even people that are geniuses in certain areas, an intelligent person gets educated on what it is they want to do, how they want to do it in a smart way, but they still need to understand what they need to do to make it happen. They surround themselves with people that are going to help them either get it done, do it with them, and be on their team or help them to understand what they need to do. Other than that, you don't need these people. Even your family, sometimes they can be an interference. If people in your family don't get it, don't talk to them about your business. They just don't get it. And that's okay. Just don't talk to them about it. You do what you need to do. And number 3, do something every single day towards your vision. If it's written down, you should be asking yourself every day, this is my vision. What did I do today to make this vision come to fruition? Number 4, stay focused. Get rid of all the riffraff around you. If people are not around you helping you do what you need to do, they're not on your team. My children used to say, that's so harsh. I used to say, you're either with me or against me. I'm not as harsh as I used to be because now I just decided I will either let you in my circle or I will not. You have to earn your way into my circle. And if I don't see the value of that, I'm not doing it. I know that sounds still a little bit harsh, but I don't apologize for that. I never have, even as a teenager. It's my personality. But I found out that people used to criticize me for that, but guess what? It's my protection, and it helps me to be the person that I want to be and to be where I want to get to. And lastly, be consistent by setting aside time every day for your vision. Your activities need to be about your vision. If it's not good for your vision, stop doing it. And do you need to have a side hustle? Yes, you do. If you don't have a spouse or someone supporting you, you got to do both. You just have to do both. You have to find a way to do it. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, listen to stories about entrepreneurs that ate mustard sandwiches or that didn't have anything to eat, and they are now worth triple digit millions. Before you know it, it will all begin to come to fruition and everything falls right into place.